Hello YouTube, James Orr, aka Safety Circle here, bringing you all, a brand new video. Today it's not gonna be much, so please bear with me, because I'm still gonna be doing this video willy-nilly today, so please stay tuned. See you soon. There we go. One. The doors are closing. Well, if you haven't seen the movie Zootopia, I suggest do so, because it is a good movie. This is in memory of Walt Disney himself, because he was a railroad man himself. And in the movie, they kept that said dream alive. But one thing that is pretty shocking is they, in the movie Zootopia, they show you the same hospital that Dr. Vanderbilt used to work. Yes, the infamous Dr. Vanderbilt, in charge of the Vanderbilt Insane Asylum. And one of the owners of Vanderbilt Timber Company. The 700s timber, as you can see here, is a Vanderbilt timber. Pretty amazing, ain't it? Not only was he a good doctor, but he had a good company. Well, depending on who you ask, he was a good doctor. I won't get too much into it, but in the movie Zootopia, you can see one of his facility. You ready? This may shock you. Pretty dark, ain't it? Yeah. That's the thing with him. Pretty dark, right? But yeah, oh well. Vanderbilt was pretty good. Yeah, he sort of killed people, but they were dying inside anyway. But oh well. That's basically the thing. He meant good, even if it killed people. But he learnt the human brain, basically. His studies prove amazing to medical science. He was one of the reasons why we have the MRI machine today. But depending on who you ask, to some he was a lunatic trying to hunt its prey. Not exactly the case. Totally not the case. Yeah, he had a few screws loose in his noggin, but oh well. My opinion, he had a nice place. At least it still stands till today. That's always a plus side of it. Matter of fact, they shot so many films in that place. All horror films, but I'm not really... I used to be in that kind of stuff. Nowadays, I'm more lean back. One of my favorite horror films must have been You Scream, We Scream. I can't remember that movie's name. Here we go. Okay, my favorite one of them all was Masters of Horror. We all scream for ice cream. Why that is because the poor ice cream man. I'll show you a photo of Buster the Clown. Me and him are a lot alike. He was autistic. In the movie he's autistic, just like me. But poor guy, he had it rough. That's Buster the Clown. Poor guy had it rough. Love kids. He really loved the kids. But the whole entire I'll tell you the basic story of the movie. It starts off with a father named Kent pleading for his young son not to eat an ice cream cone, because if the kid ate the ice cream cone, the father would literally turn into a pool of melted ice cream. Literally gross. But no, to no avail, the ice cream is eaten and Kent suddenly dissolves into a puddle of melted ice cream. At Kent's funeral, one of his childhood friends, Lane Bannister, attends while there. Lane observes a saggy individual hiding back in the trees, smoking while Lane is at a pub with his friend Toot is drinking himself into stupor, or I can't say it properly. Toot argues with that Kent was in a closed casket because there was nothing left of him but his clothes. He insists that Lane's moving back to town has created bad luck for everyone. Around midnight, Lane heads home and observes several children in a trance, standing outside, clutching coins with an eerie chant of "We all scream for ice cream." Yeah. Worried, Lane goes to bed. His wife is concerned at his distant behavior, and she urges him to tell her what's wrong. Lane tells his wife of his childhood and a local ice cream man named Buster the clown, basically. He was a decent soul who drove an ice cream truck and wore a clown suit. He was a friend to the kids. The neighborhood bully, Virgil Constance, began taunting him, pulling off his clown nose to reveal a burnt stub. Buster had no real nose. Lane ends the story there, stating that one day Buster simply died. He gets a phone call and arrives at the scene of Toot's death, his clothes in a pile of something gooey. Lane's wife demands to know what part of the story he omitted. Distressed, Lynn tells her that Virgil planned a prank on Buster, that one of them would release the brake on his truck and make it roll down the hill. Virgil forced Lynn to pull the brake, and the truck began rolling straight towards Buster. Too busy picking up the fallen coins to notice, Buster was ran over by the truck and killed. But yeah. But the rest of it, that night, Lynn goes to see the adult Virgil, the saggy man he spotted at the funeral. Virgil is in a tub, spitting one insult after another at Lynn, who wants to know what happened. Virgil, wearing that old smirk, winks and tells Lynn about Buster, that the old clowns come back for revenge against the gang for their fatal prank. While they are talking, somewhere out on the street nearby, a ghostly ice cream truck stops in front of a little girl. The little girl Virgil brags about molesting. Buster reaches out of his truck to her, and his horribly scabbed hand gives the girl a treat. He tells her she can use it to get revenge upon the girl. Biting into it, Virgil melts away into the tub, screaming as layers of skin and flesh roll off of him like ice cream. Lynn returns home with a plan. He begs his wife to take their children away to their grandmother's house for one day while he fixes things. After they leave, he tests the garden devices with a remote, then uses ice cream from a bucket in the freezer to create a shape. He wraps the treat with one of Buster's wrappers that Lynn had thrown away. Lynn hears the creepy tune and carrying a small cooler, walks outside for a showdown. His children, lured by Buster from the car a short distance away, run to them. Buster's vengeful spirit offers an ice cream shaped like Lynn. To Lynn's kids, Lynn and Buster struggle until Lynn turns on the garden sprinklers, freezing the clown. Lynn's son sees the ice cream treat Lynn has dropped, and it's shaped exactly like Buster. The kid bites it, and the clown dies. In the next scene, everything appears normal again, and the family is about to move away from that town, but suddenly Lynn hears the old creepy tune again, and the film ends with a flash of Buster's rotten face. And the tune is ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. How spooky is that movie? Yeah, one of my favorites of all time. Well, in fact, it was that movie that got me into horror videos left and right. Great video. I love it. If you can't take that horror film, then there ain't no use for you in the horror film. Pardon me for a second. Hello? Get what done? No, I'm in it right now. I'm doing it right now. That's okay. Cool. Yeah. Can you tell him for me? Love you too. Bye bye. I'm sorry, Dad. I am super sorry. My dad just got out of the surgery room a little earlier today. Oh well. Oh well. Oh. That reminds me. I would love to say this to my two favorites now. If you haven't subscribed to them yet, please do so. I'll leave both of their channels down in the description. You guys don't really need mine because it's gonna be down over here. It's the watermark. That watermark leads right to my main channel. So yeah, as you can tell, it plays constantly throughout the video. So yeah. I'm just learning about it. I'm still not good at this watermark. I'm still new at this, so please bear with me. Oh. At least I'm learning. Slowly and steady am I learning. But yeah. Oh well. Well, I guess that pretty much sums it. That sums it for now. Forgive me, I'm tired, so I'm gulping down citrus drop soda. FYI, citrus drop is a Fred Meyer brand of everyone's favorite Mountain Dew. It's basically Mountain Dew soda inside this can. It's just repackaged, if you will, to make it less expensive. Store brand is always cheaper, but it's got the same content as the main brand. Basically, it's in a store brand canister, but it is the content inside of it is the real deal. Such as, since citrus drop is a Fred Meyer name brand, it is actually Mountain Dew inside this can. Pretty amazing, ain't it? I've learned that about Fred Meyer's Cola. Fred Meyer's Cola is the same as these guys. Coca-Cola. But yeah, the ginger ale for Fred Meyer's is Canada Dry. How I know this is because on the Fred Meyer's Cola, I purchased not only the Fred Meyer Cola, but a bottle of Coca-Cola. I did side-by-side comparisons. They're both the same. I did a comparisons with Canada Dry and Fred Meyer Ginger Ale, both compared to the tea. And Citrus Drop, I purchased a can of, well, not a can, a bottle, a small little bottle of Mountain Dew, and I purchased a 12-pack of these, and believe it or not, right down to the tea, the color and everything. But yeah, well, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do so. You can either go down and subscribe to the on the videos page, or you can click the watermark and it'll take you right to my channel and you can subscribe there. Now, if you have any comments on future topics that would be good for this channel, please leave them in the comments below, because your feedback is important to me. I love other people's feedback because it lets me know what I'm doing wrong and on what I can improve. So please do so. Now, if it's about intros, please, the intros for me are special because something that I love doing, such as my current intro. I basically wrap the intros around the basic stuff that I do, from my past on to present. I love trains, and my current intro is wrapped around that. So basically, yeah. Now, if future videos, that's welcome. I already know about Q&As. Matter of fact, later tonight I might do a Q&A. Depending, actually. But yeah, hope you like it. Well, see you later.